Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's the Out of Bounds Sports Talk podcast, back with another episode. It is Wednesday, July 15th, 2020, and we got a lot of shit to talk about. Today was the deadline for the NFL for these guys on the franchise tags, or guys looking for new deals to get done. We got a couple deals that just happened, and we are in the building with another packed episode for you. I'm Raph. I got my boy Rick in the fucking building. What's going on, man?
What's going on, everybody? Like Ralph said, we got a laundry list of shit that we're going to talk about today. Definitely shout out to the guys that signed new deals. Myles Garrett got paid. Chris Jones got paid. Derrick Henry got paid. Dak Prescott did not get paid. I still don't know what the fuck is going on with that, why that deal's not done. But, halfway through fucking 2020. Yes. More than halfway. Let's
we're in the seventh
speed
month.
this bitch up.
Yes, sir. So we're going to set it off. Of course, we're in the middle of, still of the pandemic with COVID-19. And it's hitting the South harder than a motherfucker right now because you motherfuckers ain't listen. Everyone was like, oh, look, in New York, New Jersey, da-da-da, that shit ain't gonna happen to us. They live too close together. That's why it happens. No, you motherfuckers have all the land and the shit still happened to you because you ain't want to fucking listen. And now we're talking about straight up canceling fucking sports, like for real. And one of those sports could be college football. College football is in jeopardy of being canceled. We already had some conferences saying they're not going to play this coming year. So it's the question's up in the air. If you were one of these top guys, like a Justin Fields, like a Trevor Lawrence, like a Jamar Chase, if you were one of these guys who are guaranteed, to be a top 5, top 10 pick in the 2021 NFL draft, and college football still happens, are you even playing? Because, it could be a scenario where, yes, college football does start, and then it's like 2 weeks, and you got hurt in those 2 weeks before they ended up having to cancel. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, 100%. And like you said, if I'm one of them big names, I'm probably sitting out. I know if I'm Trevor Lawrence, I know for a fact I'm going number 1 or number 2 overall. There's no question about that. Everybody was fucking excited for, this year to see what he could do. This way, who's going to tank for him next year. But, fucking Trevor Lawrence, Justin Fields, and Jamar Chase, those are 3 guys that are definitely safe. I'm sure there's defensive players out there, too, that are 100% going to the NFL. This is going to crush, them guys like caught in the middle, or if you haven't seen enough from a guy yet and you're looking forward to his junior year and see if this could be his breakout year and, the guys with a ton of potential, this can definitely hurt them. Another thing it could hurt is the actual NFL team. If the season does happen and the stars do sit out and this guy looks fucking amazing on the field, but he's playing against, nobodies because all the stars are sitting out, then what are you really drafting?
Yeah.
You really won't know what you get until you got it, and by then you might not fucking want it.
Yeah, it's a crazy situation. We don't know how it's going to play out, but yeah, it's basically like you're taking a gamble, like you said, if these guys sit out and, and you don't know too much about them, and the season could be canceled completely, or it could get started, get canceled in the middle, or it could potentially go forward, but guys decide it's not worth the risk of getting hurt in a crazy ass season in 2020 and just say fuck it, I'm guaranteed be a top pick, and I'm just gonna sit out. I already showed enough, and certain guys have showed enough, but yeah, those guys who have still have shit to prove, like you said, or they came on late last year and now everyone's excited. They're like, oh, he came on late, or, he had a great game in the playoffs, college football playoffs, and now we want to see him, a whole year. and see what he does, yeah, those guys could potentially lose millions of dollars because, guys might jump for the safer pick instead of taking that guy that could be that difference maker that they just don't trust because, the season didn't go as planned. So who knows what's going to happen with that, but it's still up in the air. Everything could still be canceled with college sports. Just today, the city of Philadelphia said they're not going to have any fans in attendance for any big events.
Bro.
So, you're talking about concerts, basketball, football, baseball, all that shit.
Bro, Philly shouldn't have no fucking fans out there anyway. Fucking terrible ass fans.
Yeah, I was saying that earlier too. I was like, if any fans would have got canceled like during a regular circumstance, it would be Philly fans.
100%.
Like,
not allowed. We're locking the doors.
Yeah, like you guys are too fucking wild. You're fucking gross. You're fucking cursing at kids. And yeah, I've seen it. I haven't been there, to Lincoln Financial or any games in Philadelphia, but that's for a reason. Because you hear of the fucking horror stories, and no matter how tough you are, you can't fucking fight 5,000 people in your section or whatever the fucking case is.
Yeah, I have not been to a Phillies game either because I'm a Cowboys fan.
Yeah, Cowboys
it's almost
definitely
automatic.
Worse.
I'm gonna get jumped.
Yeah,
and it's like,
especially if you guys win and if you beat them like bad.
Yeah, which we have been the last couple of years. Anyway, yeah, fuck the fucking Philly games. I've been to one Philly game, but it was like a Bills Philly game, and I was like 12, so I was like, I don't give a fuck. I was
Bills and Eagles.
Yeah, I was just looking forward to I was playing fucking football in the parking lot.
No, yeah,
that was my highlight. The game, I was like, who cares about the Bills? Who cares about the fucking Eagles?
Yeah,
but it was definitely rowdy, man. You guys got to calm the fuck down.
Yeah, so I guess violence will go down in Philly this coming sports season if they're not allowed at the games. But yeah, man, back to the college thing. We'll see what goes on with that, and if these big name guys will sit out and just say fuck it. Or if college altogether just says, you know what, let's pull the plug and see you in 2021. So we'll see what happens with that. Moving forward, sticking with COVID because it's the only thing going on in our fucking lives every day.
Controlling everything right now.
Yeah. So the NFL's coming out with this face shield that's made by Oakley, who makes the visors. And they're coming out with this, and it's supposed to limit you basically being exposed to the droplets that get you infected with COVID-19. It basically looked like a plastic fucking grid, and it goes all the way down to your mouth. So, you got to respect the NFL for taking other measures for, wanting to protect their players and, and all that. But at the end of the day, I'm like, if you play, fucking on the D-line, O-line, you're fucking on each other's faces the whole fucking game. Literally, you're breathing on each other. Fucking saliva's coming out, even if you're not spitting on purpose. It's just, the nature of the fucking beast.
Which some players do, fucking spitting on purpose.
Yeah, exactly. We've seen that in the past.
And even just spitting on the ground, everybody fucking does that.
Oh, yeah.
You spit through your helmet on the ground, whatever the case is.
Rinse your mouth out with water and shit.
That's gone. You got to take your helmet completely off, and then it defeats the purpose anyway.
Yeah, so... Yeah, I don't know how effective this is going to be. And, the NFL was criticized because of course, they definitely want the season to still happen so they don't lose all this fucking money. And, they're seeing how MLS is back, NBA is coming back, MLB is coming back. And NFL is the most popular sport in the country, so they don't want to be the ones that didn't fucking play. But with the NFL, there's way more players, way more people on the field of play at once. And, they're trying to take those safety measures. But it seems like they're only taking measures just to say that they did. Like the no jersey swap.
Yeah.
Like, it's like you guys could fucking touch each other and hit each other all game, But after the game, where you're not really touching each other, you're just holding two jerseys next to each other. They're like, no, that's too fucking dangerous. What the fuck do you mean? I was just tackling this guy for fucking 2 hours.
That's the thing. Like, I can literally press my body against your fucking body in those jerseys, but I can't switch with you at the end of the game. I'm going to land on top of you, grab your arms, grab your hands. We're going to wrestle over the same fucking football that's thrown by another guy.
Yeah.
But we can't fucking even take each other's jersey off and fucking throw it to each other from a couple yards away.
Yeah, it's crazy. So I don't know. Then they have the whole thing with the face mask, like, players on the bench and coaches don't have to wear face masks. But say if it's like practice squad guys or injured guys have to wear face masks. It's like, yeah, COVID doesn't fucking know that the guy has to fucking cover Julio Jones and is like, oh, no, I can't infect him. He needs all his fucking energy and his wind. But this guy on the practice squad, he don't do too much.
He's good.
He's more susceptible to fucking getting the virus.
Yeah, let's leave him alone. We'll get Jalen Ramsey. We can't touch. Can't infect him because, he's out here.
Yeah, he's out here covering the number one receiver. Makes no fucking sense. So we'll see, if there even is a season, if it's possible. But like I said, you got to respect the NFL for showing that they're trying to protect their guys, but there's not much you can do, man. And a lot of guys are concerned. A lot of guys have questions. I saw the Patriots came out today, and they're basically questioning the season. They're like, how the fuck is this going to happen? There's still a lot of shit up in the air that, hasn't been clarified. And I believe, it's this Friday, the NFL owners are going to meet to talk about when training camp should begin. Training camp normally begins like in a week and a half normally.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah. You know what's crazy about that is I don't even believe that the fucking Patriots care about the players. I just think they're like, you know what? We want a little extra time with Cam Newton, get him under, we don't got Tom Brady no more. They cancel the season. Everything is fucking ill-willed in New England.
Yeah, so, we don't know what's going to happen with that. But, of course, we're fucking living this shit every day. So we'll keep you posted and keep bringing you the stories of, how it progresses. However, sticking with football, we're going to touch on OBJ, Odell Beckham Jr., even during a time like this when no real football activities are happening, he always somehow makes a headline. And recently he came out and he said that back in 2017, and I remember this season clearly, it was only a few years ago, but he got hurt in the 2017 preseason against the Browns, and he was in the hallway crying like a baby or something. And I was like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? But it ended up being, it wasn't a serious injury, he just, kind of tweaked his ankle. But later on in that same year, he ended up breaking his ankle against the Chargers in Week 5. And, definitely put him on IR. But he came out and said that after that injury, he was considering retiring from the NFL just because of the broken ankle. What do you think about that?
Well, first of all, I thought he retired halfway through the playoff game in 2016 when the Packers beat the shit out of him. But he's just Odell has always been overly dramatic. Everything, even when he hit the net and the net hit him back, and that whole stretch, I was just like, all right, I'm over you. You know what I mean? You're a great fucking talent, but I'm over the antics. I'm over the crybaby shit. Like you said, he sprained his ankle and he's crying like he tore his ACL.
Yeah.
Sprains hurt, I get it, but to cry like that.
And it's the preseason.
Yeah, relax, bro. You know what I mean? He's so fucking annoying. I just don't I don't like the crybaby shit. I don't like the prima donna shit. I don't like the fucking, all the unnecessary shit. Just get out there and play football. And if he could do that, he's an amazing fucking player.
Yeah.
People were talking about him breaking records his rookie year. Comparing him, if he keeps it up like this, he's going to pass Randy Moss and Jerry Rice and Terrell Owens and everybody else. And he's so focused on other shit.
Yeah.
And you know what? 2016, you fucking deserved it because you wore Timbs and jeans on a fucking boat in Miami. So you didn't fucking deserve to win.
Yeah, ever since that picture, the Giants have just went downhill.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, OBJ, that was only his 4th year in the league, and he's talking about already retiring.
Because of an ankle sprain.
Yeah.
Or
He
and
ended
then
up
the
breaking
broken
it.
ankle. Yeah, the broken ankle. But still, it's better to sometimes break the ankle than to keep it sprained. You know what I mean? Like if you sprain it, it might not recover the way you want it to. If
Yeah.
it breaks, it's a clean fucking break. You know you're out, and it's gonna recover. The bone is gonna recover the way it should.
Yeah.
But sprains, you don't know. It's tricky, bro. I mean, I'd much rather break something than sprain something. But that's me. Obviously he couldn't deal with the ankle break as well as some people. Fucking look at T.O.
Yeah.
Fucking had a great game in the Super Bowl on a broken ankle.
Yeah, so that's the point I wanted to make, because even though we're not that much older than OBJ, he's 27 now. But the receivers that we grew up watching, like the T.O.s, the Randy Mosses, those guys were supposedly divas, right?
Yeah.
People say they're divas, those are me guys. And now that you look back and compare those guys to like OBJ, you're like, no fucking way were these guys divas. They just fucking wanted the ball, they played hard, and they ended up becoming Hall of Famers because of that. And they just wanted to help their team win. Like you just said, fucking T.O. came back and played on a fucking broken ankle or whatever the fuck it was in the Super Bowl, and he had a great game against the Patriots. He wanted to fucking play. He made it his point to come back and play, where a guy like OBJ, who knows what would have happened? Maybe he would have been so upset that he could possibly miss the Super Bowl, or he knew he was going to miss the playoffs, that he would have went into a deep depression and not tried as hard as a T.O. to come back to play. So yeah, I don't want to hear it anymore. The T.O.s, the Randy Mosses were divas. They were only me guys. Get the fuck out of here. Those are just great players, and great players want the fucking ball.
That's my thing is, look, nobody in this field can run with me. Give me the fucking ball. If I'm doing good, we're doing good.
Yeah.
That's how it works in football. If I have 160 yards receiving and fucking 3 touchdowns, guess what? That's at least 21 points. Not to mention what, our defense, field goals, all that other shit. So get your best player the ball. That's in every sport. That's how it works. Nobody's like, pissed off at LeBron because he wants to bring the ball up. No, put the fucking ball in LeBron's hands. That's what he's there for.
Yeah.
Let him make the play.
Yeah, definitely. And sorry.
COVID cough.
COVID cough. We're all fucking infected. But yeah, he basically said that the kids, the kids who were looking up to him and wanted him to keep playing, that's what motivated him to come back. So imagine if he wasn't like a fan favorite like that, he possibly would have retired. And it's just crazy to me that a guy that young and that talented really wanted to retire off of fucking one injury. I could see if that was like your fucking 4th time. I never broke my ankle, so I don't know what it's like. But if you play football, I think you're pretty fucking tough.
Yeah, you definitely would think so. I played basketball my whole fucking life, so I've definitely dealt with a lot of ankle sprains, and those were a bitch. So I could imagine actually breaking the ankle. But yeah, man, OBJ, just fucking this season, please come focused, come locked in and ready to go, and give your fans what they want. Give those kids what they want to see. You know how many kids are walking around with hair like OBJ?
Yeah, exactly.
Because of the because the one-handed catch.
Yeah, just because of that. Yeah,
that's it.
Because he never won anything or anything like that.
Never did anything like that. So I mean. And what does he have? I think 2 playoff appearances, or the one against the Packers was terrible.
It's just a one.
Oh, okay, so it's terrible.
Yeah, because the
he
Giants
got 4 for like 41 yards, and a couple drops. One was a touchdown drop.
Yeah.
So just play, bro, and you got a packed fucking offense right now in Cleveland.
Oh yeah, fucking loaded. You want to talk about, one of the better teams at basically every position. You have Jarvis Landry, you have OBJ, you have Austin Hooper who they just signed, you have Nick Chubb. They short up the own line a bit, and you have Baker Mayfield who can make plays, with his arm and his legs.
How long did they sign Kareem Hunt for? Do you know?
I'm not sure.
Because if he's coming back, that's another fucking dangerous weapon.
Yeah, I definitely think he's still on the team. They probably just gave him a small deal since he keeps fucking
Yeah.
up anyway.
Yeah, that's why I was wondering if it was a 1-year deal or a 2-year thing. But yeah, bro, if he comes back and you got fucking 2 great running backs, 2 great receivers. If Baker Mayfield could hold up his end of the bargain and hit somebody, we're good. They're good to go.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. With the AFC North there with the Browns. But moving on from OBJ, we're going to JJ Redick, who was on a show on Bleacher Report with Taylor Rooks. And he basically came out and he said that, with the whole KD going to the Warriors and LeBron going to the Heat, he believes that people were uncomfortable with powerful black men making decisions for themselves. He believes that's the reason that, they got so much backlash and people were like, hating them, burning their jerseys, that type of thing. So as we all know, JJ Redick is a white guy. He's been in the league for a long time. That's how he feels about it. I don't know. Do you think it had anything to do with race and racist people not wanting black people to do what they want? I don't know. How do you feel about it?
I don't think it at all has to do with that because when LeBron made the choice to go back to Cleveland, everybody was all right with it. Me as a fan, speaking as a fan, I couldn't fucking stand LeBron because he didn't come to Chicago. Just like most people did. If you were a Knicks fan, you were like, fuck LeBron, he didn't come to New York.
Yeah.
It was fuck LeBron, he didn't go to the Bulls. Fuck LeBron, he didn't stay in Cleveland. So, and the power shift in the NBA at that time when he did go to the Heat, him, Wade, and Bosh, it was crazy. It was kind of like, okay, we know who won the East.
Oh, yeah,
even as a Bulls fan, like the Bulls were competitive with them. Boston was competitive with them for that 1 year. You knew that they had such an amount of talent that they were going to overpower any team they saw in the East.
Yeah.
So I think it was more, people hated that they weren't, OKC fans are not mad because KD's black and went to the Warriors. They're mad he went to the fucking Warriors. OKC fans, look, we had you. We were up 3-1. You and Westbrook choked that shit away. That's why motherfuckers don't like you.
Yeah.
And then you go to a 73-9 team and win titles with them. It's like, me personally, I feel like that is the main reason why they're not, they were coward moves. And people knew that. And people didn't respect that. That's more of what it was. I don't think it was racially driven to be pissed off that fucking LeBron and Wade teamed up and they're like 2 of the top 5 players in the league at the time.
Yeah, I don't see it either. Whatever JJ Redick says, that's what he believes. But yeah, when it happened, I didn't see fucking, a bunch of white people screaming the N-word and, just doing racially driven things towards LeBron and KD. It was more like, oh, you're a sellout type of thing. And,
you're ring chasing.
Yeah, both situations. LeBron left his hometown's team, and then Kevin Durant left the franchise who was new, who he was with from, since day one because he got drafted by the Supersonics. So he was the Thunder.
And who was ready for a championship? That team was ready.
Yeah, they lost against the Heat. They went to the finals.
Yeah. And if they go to the finals that year, the Warriors ended up, beating them. I was picking them over the Cavs.
Yeah, they were, definitely a great team, and they definitely had a shot. Especially, at that point they already had experience of being in the finals. So yeah, it's I don't know. JJ Redick has his opinion on things, and I think right now in the climate, a lot of people going to be reaching towards. Just making it a racial issue, which, of course there is. A lot of shit is racially motivated. And we all know that. We've seen it in, our whole fucking lives, and now more than ever, with fucking Trump being in office, everyone that fucking had their pointy hoods in the closet fucking washed them and
Oh yeah.
ironed them, and they were like,
Oh
oh,
yeah.
now we could show it and not be embarrassed, and yada da da da, because you see it fucking every day now. Literally multiple videos come out every day of some bullshit like that. And that woman, I don't know if you saw that story, that woman who had like a whole racial tirade and she was caught on camera. She just got hit by like a fire truck and died.
Oh my God. No, I didn't even see that shit.
So like everyone's like, yeah, that's what you get, bitch. I never saw the original video of the fucking whole tirade she went on, but supposedly, it was bad and she's a piece of shit, and no one feels sorry that she got hit by a fire truck. And yeah, that's what happens if you're a shitty person. No one's going to have sympathy for you. So, maybe the KKK will have a vigil for her. But other than that, who fucking knows? Who really cared about that?
But yeah, like I agree with you. Like the climate that we're in, everybody's extra sensitive. But I don't like, that JJ Redick went back to this and said, I think this was racially, not appreciated. And it's like, dude, it really had. I don't think it had nothing to do with race. Bro, how many, look at the move LeBron made to the Lakers. Nobody was fucking, flipping out. I mean, we weren't happy, but it was not. Well, he did have that one issue where they put the N-word on his fence. I don't know if you remember that in L.A.
No, I even remember that.
But I think that was before he signed the contract with L.A. I think he was in Cleveland still, and his house in L.A. was vandalized. So, I mean, people are going to be racist no matter what, but I don't think people hated him because he was a black man making powerful decisions. I think people were pissed off at him and upset with him, especially Cleveland. Cleveland was hurt. Like you said, that was their hometown hero, and it was fucking LeBron. It was the second coming of fucking Jordan, all that shit. So to see him, and he guaranteed them a championship before he went to Miami.
Yeah.
So to see him walk out of that situation the way he did, I think that's why people were pissed off. Period. Yeah. Like, I really think that's the only fucking reason.
Yeah, man. So who fucking knows? But JJ Redick is entitled to his opinion, and obviously, we don't see it that way. But it is what it is. Moving on, sticking with the NBA, we have Mr. Fun Guy himself, Kawhi Leonard. Now, we all know Kawhi wasn't playing back-to-back games during the season. Doc Rivers was giving him time off. And, with this whole COVID thing, he's had 4 months off. 4 fucking months, with which he himself said is a longer layoff than normal. He says it's usually, around 3 months that he gets off, during a normal off season. So you're talking about 4 months, an added month, a third of the year. He's, these guys have been, just hanging out, working out on their own. Kawhi's situation with his knee, probably rehabbing, taking it easy. But Doc Rivers came out and says that, he has no limits, that he's healthy for the most part, but that still doesn't mean that they don't want to maintain him and get him through the first 8 games and ready for the playoffs. They have to be smart about it. Now, I don't fucking get it. You had 4 months to get your shit right. You haven't, even if you have been playing and practicing, it's still not as hard as it would be in a real game that you would have been in this whole time.
It's nowhere near as hard.
Yeah, they definitely would have been in the playoffs, trying to get a championship for the Clippers, last month. But yeah, it's just crazy to me that they're still talking about rest and still taking it easy on Kawhi with a 4-month layoff. I'm like, come on, dude. Like, I know this guy's your main star. You want to make him happy, but at some point you got to be like, all right, dude, you're here to fucking play basketball. You're not here to take time off just because, something you have a little nick or knack. That's always going to be the case. Players always have a little something. Yeah. No one's ever fully healthy.
You're sore every week. So we did not sign you to rest. We signed you to play basketball. And like you said, 4 fucking months you had off. And this Mr. Fun Guy shit, I'm not buying it. You're not a fun guy. Because you're probably the guy that fucking sits down at a child's party when they're like jumping on trampolines and you're like, no, I can't. My hamstring hurts. I'm sorry, son, I can't jump with you. Like, get the fuck up and jump with your family. But yeah, bro, it's annoying at this point, dude. And like, I only understand. I feel like if any other player would have came out and said this, I would have been okay with it. But knowing him, it's like, all right, you're just abusing the system. Like, there's no way that you need more rest after having 4 months off. But like, I understand, like maybe limiting playing time. Again, like we said in past episodes, because they were off for 4 months and to just jump back into the full blown basketball, it can be dangerous. So do not sit whole fucking games. Please don't sit whole games. There's 8 games left and then playoffs.
Yeah.
Are you gonna sit in a fucking playoff game?
Yeah.
Like, imagine this guy's like, nah, you know what, game 1, we don't need that one. We're
yeah, we can lose this one.
Yeah, ain't no home court advantage anyway. We're in Disney. It's like
no fans, nothing like that. Yeah, that would be
so
fucking
crazy.
sad. But yeah, Kawhi Leonard definitely feels like, he's taking advantage of, Doc Rivers wanting to keep him happy. To me, it feels like, back in like high school when, a bunch of people did it. I used to do it. Like, I'm like, I don't want to go to this fucking next class. Let me go to the nurse's office. Tell her I feel nauseous so I can lay down and sleep for a period. And then the period after that is lunch. And then I'll be like, I feel good again.
Yeah, I'm in there. I'm good. I'm going to get, recharged. I'm going to go eat this nasty-ass chicken sandwich that they got.
So to me, it feels like that, Doc River obviously knows, learning from the situation with the Spurs and also learning from the situation with the Raptors because he won a championship. He won the first championship for the Toronto Raptors, and he was still like, nah, I don't want to be here. Where most guys would be like, all right, we got something special here. Let's continue this shit.
Let's see who we could sign. Danny Green would have went back there because Danny Green straight up said he was waiting on Kawhi's decision, for the whole free agency.
Yeah.
So once Kawhi left, he was like, all right, I'm out. I'm going to fucking LeBron where he's just going to pass me the ball when I'm open in the corner. But, yeah, man, this shit got to stop. Kawhi, you're a basketball player. Let's play basketball. Let's not fucking rest. You don't need it. You just have 4 months off where you couldn't go nowhere. So I know you're not exhausted. I know you weren't on fucking vacation in Mexico for drinking for 4 straight months. So we know you're rested. Play basketball.
Yeah, that's what we want to see. And hopefully, he does that, when the NBA comes back at the end of this month. We'll see what happens with that. Moving on, we have former basketball player and ESPN analyst now, Jay Williams. Shout out Jay Williams, by the way. He's a Jersey guy. But
only knock on his resume is that Duke shit.
What is that?
Him going to Duke.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm a Carolina fan. But I'm a Bulls fan, so when we got him, I was excited. I'm like, welcome home. You're good again.
Yeah.
But
then he bought a motorcycle.
Yeah, and then fucked me again. So thanks, Jay Will.
But Jay Williams came out recently and he spoke about the situation with, all the NBA players that have been arriving at Disney and they've been fucking posting pictures and videos of the room, of the food they've been getting and saying, look at this shit, look how they're treating us, yada, yada, yada. And in the middle of this pandemic where you have millions upon millions of people that are unemployed, people that are sick with COVID, that can't see their families, family members who have died from COVID and families haven't been able to say their goodbyes and even attend their fucking funerals.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's been a lot of crazy shit going on in the real world, not this NBA bubble. Jay Williams basically came out and said, bro, read the room. Like, you guys are tone deaf right now. There's so much going on in the world with the average, workers who are going out there, putting their health on the line because they have to go and get that check. And, they don't have the amenities of being in a bubble of a fucking Disney and being taken care of and, having access to COVID tests every fucking 5 minutes whenever they need it to make sure everyone's safe. And Jay Williams like, calm that shit down. It's not a good look for the NBA. Stop fucking posting that you're mad that you got Velveeta mac and cheese for dinner and you got fucking, peanut butter and jelly sandwich and your room reminds you of a fucking hotel, Motel 6. Just calm the fuck down. And I agree. I'm like, you guys are fucking grown-ass millionaires. Of course, your normal life is better, but we can't, have the remainder of the NBA season under normal circumstances because literally nothing is normal right now. So the NBA is trying to do their best. Disney's trying to do their fucking best job they can. Yeah, you're not going to get fucking filet mignon every night. You're not going to get lobster every fucking night. Or whatever meals you have from your private chefs at home during the regular season. But you knew that. It wasn't going to be that scenario. And Jay Williams is right. Like, you guys sound like a bunch of fucking babies. Stop acting like you don't fucking eat, Velveeta mac and cheese. Like, you only fucking eat gourmet mac and cheese. I'm glad that Ja Morant came out and was like, bro, it's fine. My room is fine. Like, I wasn't expecting a fucking mansion. I have a fucking bed. It's, there's no fucking roaches in here, unlike the WNBA.
Yeah, they fucked the WNBA.
But, he's like, bro, I'm no, like, silver spoon guy. Like, the food's fine. They're fucking feeding us. They're giving us everything that they can. And while we're here, we're still getting paid millions of fucking dollars. So I feel Jay Williams. I'm like, guys need to stop acting like fucking babies. Most of the NBA came from lower class to middle class families. Yeah. That's just fucking known. No one in the NBA really came from fucking, millionaire family background. And it's just like, guys, like Jay Williams said, read the fucking room. There's real people suffering out here. People going through some shit, waiting in fucking lines at food banks for hours just to get their dinner for the night. And you have fucking Mickey Mouse and Goofy bringing you fucking food every, 3 hours, whatever the fuck it is. And it's not good enough. So I agree with Jay Williams. How do you feel about it?
No, I'm 100% on board with Jay Williams. Like you said about these people waiting online at the food banks, they were also in Elizabeth and, our city, they were also opening up schools so kids could go and have fucking lunch or pick up their lunch and take it home with them because they didn't have lunch at fucking home.
Yeah.
So why are you complaining about getting Velveeta? These kids wish they had Velveeta.
Yeah, were.
It just pisses me off, and especially fucking Rondo. He's been high maintenance and so fucking annoying for like his whole career. Talk about fucking diva. He's that guy. Like, I think it was him and Darren Williams were like the biggest headaches, But, like, come on, bro. What are you really complaining about? When I was quarantined at work for 2 weeks, I was sleeping in a fucking boardroom on an air mattress.
Yeah, not even a real fucking bed.
Yeah, and didn't complain not once. And it lost air every night I fucking slept on it. So, I don't understand it, bro. These motherfuckers really got shit, like, backwards, bro. And again, like Ja Morant said, you're making millions. You're making millions. You're there to compete for another fucking NBA championship. What's the problem?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, really, what's the fucking problem?
Yeah, and J.R. Smith was another guy who was complaining. It's like, bro, like 2 months ago, you were fighting a protester who fucked up your car.
Yeah, and you're lucky to be on a team, bro.
Yeah, you're on
lucky LeBron,
a great team.
Yeah, you're lucky LeBron was like, yeah, I'll take the guy that fucked up fucking game 1 of the finals. Yeah, bring him back. I'll just scream the fucking clock and score out to him in the last 30 seconds of every fucking game. We're up 3. 35 seconds left.
Pass the ball.
This one you could dribble out. You fucking guys.
Yeah, man. So for a guy like J.R. Smith, man, who wasn't on the team, and it didn't look like he was gonna come back. And during normal circumstances, he probably wouldn't have came back and got signed because he really only got signed because Avery Bradley's sitting out.
That's it.
So if Avery Bradley, if he was, things was normal and Avery Bradley was playing and felt comfortable, of course, J.R. Smith would probably still been on the street. Like, yeah, we get it. You guys have money. You're used to eating fucking better. But like I said, bro, like, don't act like you came from this fucking high-class life your whole life. Like, everyone fucking loves, the foods that they grew up with, even though they're not fucking, high maintenance. They're not served at the fucking 5-star restaurants. People like the shit that they grew up with, comfort foods that, make them feel good, bring them back, give them that good feeling as a kid. So it's like, bro, stop complaining just to complain. They're doing the best jobs that they can. You guys fucking are getting treated very well. It is what it is. It's not going to be the perfect scenario. Like I keep fucking saying, nothing's the perfect scenario right now. So why do you think this fucking bubble was just going to be 100% perfect? Like it's not going to work like that.
Yeah, like COVID isn't happening in here. It's just out there. We're good in here.
Yeah.
And you're only there for what, 2-3 fucking months? Get over it, bro. Get over it. Play basketball. Eat what the fuck they give you.
Yes, sir. But speaking of someone not wanting to eat what the fuck they were giving them, you have Richaun Holmes from the Sacramento Kings who broke the NBA bubble, and he ordered food and he went to get it from, the delivery driver. So he broke the bubble and had to go back into quarantine because obviously he's not happy with the food choices and, basically risk infecting guys in the bubble. Someone else, Bruno Caboclo, if I said that right.
Couldn't tell you.
Yeah, who fucking knows? But he also broke the bubble, but all he did was supposedly, when you first get there, you got to quarantine in your room and you have to test negative several times for longer than a 24-hour period before you can leave your room. Supposedly he left his room and claimed that he didn't know. I doubt he didn't fucking know. Everyone knows how serious COVID is, and the NBA wants to get this fucking season over and done with. I bet it was told to him several fucking times. When you get there, fucking stay there. Do everything there until we tell you you can't.
I'm 1,000% sure your team had meetings and said that exact fucking thing.
Oh, yeah. Emails,
Do not leave the room.
meetings.
Do not leave the room.
Yeah, till you get the okay. But anyway.
It's like, why do you, and we've been dealing with quarantine for 4 months now. So why do you think it's okay to leave the room? Why do you not know what quarantine means by now?
Yeah, it's crazy. So both these guys, obviously fucked up, and they had to start quarantining again. And hopefully guys don't continue making these mistakes and risking the season being paused or just canceled, because once someone gets it and this shit, you're on the practice court and you're around people touching the same ball, sweating, whatever the case is, could easily spread and ruin the whole fucking season that we could possibly get in a few weeks. So who knows?
Thing that kills me is like, who let Postmates in?
Yeah.
Into the bubble. Like, who said, yo, I got a delivery for Richaun Holmes? And they're like, yeah, go ahead, go down that hallway, knock on his door to the left. Like, who? It's Disney.
He shouldn't even been able to drive into the complex.
That's what
at
I'm
all.
saying.
There should have been a gate. No one that's not part of the NBA could come in.
Yeah, it's fucking Disney. You have it more locked down when it's a theme park.
Yeah, exactly. I can't just fucking NBA. Walk in for free.
Yeah, let me try to walk in with some Postmates. I got to go through metal detectors, fucking security checks.
They probably call the person who ordered.
Yeah, stand your ass right there to the side of that metal detector. He'll come get it.
Yeah,
it's
word.
like, okay. But somehow this guy got in.
Yeah, somehow he got in, and yeah, these guys fucked up. But we'll see if guys learn and take this more seriously, because there is a snitching hotline now in the NBA bubble. There's a hotline that you can call, and if you feel like someone's being reckless, potentially is going to expose people to coronavirus if they're leaving, coming back, whatever the fucking case they're doing, there's a anonymous tip line that you can call. Just like, these fucking tip lines, have you seen something? Call here.
And yes, T.I. did do the commercial for this one also.
Oh, yeah, T.I. did do it.
If you see anything going on in the NBA, call this number expeditiously.
Expeditiously. So we'll see, and T.I. fucked up on that because how you going to call out 50 Cent
Oh,
knowing
my
you did
God.
some bullshit like that?
Knowing 50.
Yeah, knowing 50, Mr. Petty himself, he's going to find all that shit. Then he did that song with Justin Timberlake, I'm sorry, I'm dead and gone, I'm a changed man. Remember that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, T.I. fucking found the light for a minute there.
Exactly.
Probation was done. He was like, yeah, fuck that. I'm busting guns again.
So yeah, with the whole situation with the snitching hotline, and it was already used supposedly already, before. Someone called it on Jimmy Butler, who supposedly was in his room dribbling the fucking ball for a long period of time. And I guess whoever was roomed up next to him called the line and was like, yo, this guy needs to be stopped. I'm trying to fucking beat my meat right now. And I hear a grown man grunting, doing crossovers.
It was probably another Heat player. Like, I'm tired of this fucking guy working so hard. He outworks me every fucking day at practice. Go to room 332 and fucking shut it down. It's 1 o'clock in the fucking morning.
Yeah, so I don't know exactly, what time or how long he was doing it, but someone was fucking annoyed, and they were like, you know what? That snitch number, where is it? I'm about to hit this shit up and snitch on whoever's next to me. And yeah, the security knocked on Jimmy Butler's door and told him to cut it out. So now there's this whole thing, should the guys use the snitching line? To me, if a guy is being a fucking dumbass and a guy's like, yeah, I snuck out and I fucking went to a bar last night and, I came back. Yeah, I'm fucking snitching on you because you about to fuck up everything.
Yeah, you're going to fuck my money up.
Yeah, you're going to fuck the money up. You're going to fuck up, the potential winning of a championship. And it's just not, you're just not hurting yourself. You're hurting tons of people that are relying for this restart to happen. Tons of employees, players, the TV networks. It's way bigger than
fans.
you just being fucking bored.
Yeah, the fans,
Yeah,
bro.
the
You know how
fans.
big this is to like us
Oh,
to be
yeah.
able to watch something again?
Yeah.
Like I said, when baseball starts, I'm going to fucking watch it.
Yeah,
because I
every
haven't
game.
had sports for fucking 4 months.
Yeah, never in our lives has this happened. So,
No.
yeah.
Only in like a lockout season or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. But not even all sports.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. You know who's pissed off right now? D'Angelo Russell. He's like, so now it's okay to snitch? Like, I should have just called the snitch hotline when I was fucking telling on fucking Nick Young.
Yeah, Nick Young, Swaggy P.
Yeah, it is corny, but it is understandable. Like you said, these guys can't be doing whatever they want and have nobody know about it because you could infect, how many fucking players, how many staff, how many coaches. And let's be honest, there are coaches out there that have diabetes and other fucking health issues.
Yeah, they're older
To where,
guys.
yeah, to where if you get them sick, it could possibly go bad for them.
Yeah.
So just stay in your fucking room, bro. What do you got to stay in the room for? 10 to 14 days, some shit like that? And then you're good to go.
I think it's even less than that.
Well, there you go.
I think it said they just have to pass multiple tests and it had to be like over 24 hours. And then, once that clears, then they could, walk around, do whatever they can. But of course, don't fucking leave.
Well, yeah, I saw, I know the news reporters because I follow Taylor Rooks.
Okay.
And I think she's being quarantined for 7 days.
Oh, okay.
So, I'm sure the players are around there, like you said, maybe less. But just do what the fuck you got to do.
Yeah.
That's it. I don't understand it, bro. You're not going in. It's not like, you got fucking unlimited tickets to the theme park and you're trying to go there.
Yeah, exactly. All that shit shut down.
You ordered fucking Postmates.
I want to know what the fuck he ordered. Like, what's this motherfucker order McDonald's, bro? I'm like, come on, man.
If it's something low scale, worse than the food that they're fucking giving you,
Yeah, I'm like, no.
then they should just send you home. They should be like, you know what?
Yeah.
We're good. The Kings ain't making the playoffs anyway. You're good to go.
Go eat all the Big Macs you want and not get this paycheck.
Oh my god, yeah, that's retarded. It's a great trolling tool though. Like if somebody did do it on Jimmy Butler to fuck with him,
Oh yeah,
it's
definitely.
great. It's
Yeah.
great. Like he's playing his music too loud. I think he's playing ping pong in his room. Could you go shut that down, please?
Yeah, he's been playing PS4 too long.
Yeah, he needs to go to sleep.
Yeah, man. So we'll see what happens. Of course, I don't condone the Tekashi 6ix9ine way of
Nah,
telling on everybody.
that's different. He got
Of
people
course.
fucking years.
Yeah, that's way different. But this is, like we said, this is way different. Is not the same situation at all. Of course, everyone, well, I don't know. It's 2020. Snitching's okay now. But of course, if you have any fucking respect for yourself, that's not the route. But it's like, yeah, take this fucking serious, guys, because you could ruin the whole fucking shit for everybody. So fuck your Postmates. Fuck all that shit. Eat what the fuck Mickey Mouse gives you.
That's it, bro. You're fucking Disney. Just chill, man.
Yes, sir. And one last thing we wanted to touch on. NASCAR is having a race tonight at the Bristol Motor Speedway, which is in Tennessee, and they are expected to have 20 to 30,000 fans tonight. The stadium,
I guarantee it's fucking Southern State.
yeah, it's Tennessee.
Oh, okay, there you go. There you go. It's fucking guys.
So yeah, the stadium. Let me see how many it sits. I know it sits over 100,000 normally. So yeah, right here, 162,000 people. That's what it normally sits.
No, in the South, they're just gonna pack them all in the front 4 fucking rows.
Yeah, right. There's gonna be people that normally can't afford those seats.
Yeah.
That are like, oh, this is our fucking opportunity, Billy Sue.
Let's all sit down. We're all gonna fucking link arms and
fucking sew a Confederate flag together.
that's it.
So we'll see what happens. But yeah, they are, one of the sports who are actually allowing any type of fans in. And, we see what's happening across the South because they don't want to fucking listen. Just like how they didn't want to listen during the Civil War and got that ass whooped. So they're following the same route and they're testing, what's going to happen. And I'm just looking right now, Confederate flag was spotted again flying over. So another fucking hick rented a fucking plane and was like, let me fucking fly this over to show them how we feel. We all fucking know. Just fucking drive in the South. You'll see it plenty of fucking times.
You know what you do? Fucking have NASCAR in a dome. How about that? Then what are you gonna do? There's some idiot will still probably fly it over like, hey, showed them, babe. No, you didn't. You fucking moron. You just fly it over the fucking dome like nobody saw it.
Exactly. Fucking waste of time. But we'll see what happens with NASCAR. And, if cases do go up in Tennessee, practically every situation, like the Trump rally in Tulsa, Oklahoma, their cases went up after that.
Not
all
according to Trump, but
yeah, not according to Trump. According to Trump, fucking there's no COVID.
Nobody has it. Yeah,
no one ever had it.
nobody has it.
It's been all heart attacks.
But fucking real quick before we go to, I just want to mention the WNBA thing that we spoke about. Mystics, Elena Del Don. I don't know how to say her name. I don't watch the WNBA.
Yeah,
but she is a reigning MVP for the WNBA. Big name player. She had a medical opt-out, request, and it was denied. She had multiple cases of Lyme disease throughout, her life. And the WNBA, I guess, is giving you a chance to opt out, but they denied her, and I guess they feel like it wasn't a good enough reason. So with that being said, we talked about the contracts a couple weeks ago. If you guys are going to be doing shit like this and you don't give a fuck about these people, then you got to pay them more.
yeah.
I'm not fucking risking my life to play basketball for $120,000 a year.
Yeah, like we already talked about it. Of course, the WNBA is not on the level of the NBA, but it's still a professional league. They should be treated, as such. We already saw, they have a right to complain about their conditions because they were put in some real bullshit. Nothing even like the NBA. But, there was some other WNBA players that came out and said, everything's fine. My room was good and the food was all right. But, yeah, if you're going to do some shit like this, you're talking about if she was the reigning MVP, so you're talking about the face of the league. She's basically, the Patrick Mahomes of the WNBA. And you're going to put her life at risk for a WNBA season that, no offense, not that many people are going to watch anyway.
That's what I'm saying. You're not getting ratings. You know, your stadiums ain't packed when this fucking, COVID isn't going on.
Yeah.
So to really sit there and try to risk this lady's life over this shit, it's like, bro, you got to be like a special kind of piece of shit for that.
Yeah,
Like,
WNBA.
it's crazy.
Yeah, WNBA, you got to get your shit together. And, maybe this is a reason why the WNBA isn't as popular, because how they treat these players. And, maybe they just don't take it as serious. Obviously, if you're not taking somebody's life that seriously, why the fuck would you take a basketball league that serious, It's crazy. And I'm reading right now, Del Don, she takes 64 pills a day.
Oh, my God.
So that's some serious shit.
64 pills a day?
64 fucking pills a day. Shout out to my father-in-law, Art, but I've like teased him in the past because he's an older man,
Yeah.
and he has a lot of health issues, and he takes a ton of pills. But I don't even think it's near 64.
64 is a lot. It's almost like 3 an hour. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, that is insane. So
Like, she's waking up in the middle of the night to take pills. She
Yeah.
has to.
Yeah.
Unless she's taking fucking 10 at a time.
yeah, well, I can't imagine her just taking 64 in the fucking morning. Like,
Oh, my God.
that'd be fucking insane.
Fucking leave with a sore throat. That's too much.
Yeah, every day. So obviously, her health condition is serious. And yeah, for the WNBA to deny her medical opt-out, yeah, it's a scumbag move. WNBA, get your fucking shit together. It's not a good look for the WNBA. And, we already had the part owner of the Dream that came out and criticized Black Lives Matter. And then now you have this, and then you had the fucked up rooms. It's like WNBA is looking more and more like a joke these days. So, yeah.
The laundry room with the worst placed mousetrap I've ever seen in my life. They taped it to the wall.
Yeah.
So I don't know where you think this mouse was like actually running, but put it behind the fucking machine.
Yeah, I have no idea. Usually, mouse traps you put like alongside of a wall on the floor. On the actual wall, it's like, bro, the mouse can't fucking climb up a plain wall. So I don't know if you're trying to catch like a combination of a mouse spider type thing, like a mutation. Who fucking knows?
It's ridiculous, bro. But yeah, WNBA, get your shit together, man.
Yeah, for real. But yeah, we're going to be back next week. That is the episode for this week, guys. Like we said, it is Wednesday, July 15, 2020. And we are signing off. Thank you guys for listening to the episode once again. Keep fucking with us. Check out the IG at Out of Bounds Podcast, YouTube, and we're streaming on Spotify, iTunes, and iHeartRadio. So we literally got you covered on everything. So keep fucking with us. We're going to keep bringing up sports topics. And thank God, it looks like sports are coming back. We're going to have a lot more things to talk about, not fucking just rumors and all this shit,
Yes, sir. So everybody, again, stay safe. And we're putting up segment by segment on YouTube. So definitely go check that out. Show us some love on there. And we appreciate it.
Yeah, and we got a dope camera, bitch. So, we're bringing you quality
This
fucking
shit is professional level.
That's right. So, yeah, we'll be back next week, guys. Until then, we are out.